What's up, YouTubers? Rich from 2RC Productions here. And we're down in the 2RC Production Studio, which we haven't been in here in a while. And you know this because you hear the furnace running in the background making all kinds of noise, and then every time somebody flushes the toilet or runs water down the sink, you can hear the water rushing down through the pipes. We're just going to say water rushing through the pipes because we don't have to get into any other details. But it's been some time since we've done a few RC videos, but we've had about a string or 4 or 5 of car videos because you guys know that I'm also a car person, and I made a determination with the boys that we are gonna stay true to what we are doing, and we're gonna make videos of what we are doing at the time, whether it be we're making a new purchase or working on the car or doing an RC video, a repair, a build, whatever. And we are going to try to keep the 2RC Productions channel intact, but making it a combination car RC channel. And so far it's been working. I know some of the RC people might get turned off and not want to watch us because we do a car video or vice versa, but I'm hoping that the real core subscribers, the people, you know, that are really following the channel, will stick by us through all our projects and whatever we're doing. So, like I said, it's been a while since we've done an RC video. If you remember a little while back, we did a dash cam Jeep, was sponsored by New Bright Toys. We did a dash cam Jeep giveaway. It went a little weird because I had to do it a few times and people were signing up and then they weren't checking in to see if they won, and I ended up having to do a couple drawings. Well, the winner of that was a subscriber of ours, Frank Buck. And he works on RCs with his nephews. And he was talking about they did a Tamiya dump truck, and he had the dash cam. He wanted to get the dash cam and run it with his nephews, and he was really excited to win it, and I was excited for him. It's a weird thing. When I started the channel, and I've said this many times for those of you that follow my channel, I got into RC to do something with my family, to do something with the 2 boys, and Grace ended up getting involved too, but in the beginning it was Ryan and Richie. That's why the name of the channel is called 2RC, because it was my 2 boys. And I got in it thinking that, you know, I've been in this hobby for a long time, maybe we got something to offer. I mean, I'm not really good in front of the camera and, you know, and all this, and we don't have any fancy camera gear, production equipment, or, you know, snazzy editing or nothing. You know, if you watch our videos going back, they're really, really crude. And really, we don't have very many special effects or anything now. I mean, Richie takes care of the editing. He does a fantastic job at that. He's actually going to school at college, and he's getting a little bit more deep into it. We got another camera and stuff, which I mentioned that he had to get for school, so we're getting a little more involved. But I myself am not about all the frills and the, you know, I like some of the editing to make it look professional, make it look nice, but a lot of these guys are doing car videos. You know, cars are, especially the Mustangs, because that's a lot of what I look at is the Mustang stuff, and they get in a lot of this chop editing and goofy music in the back. I don't even know what kind of music it's called. It used to, you know, a few years ago, we used to have the dubstep, which used to annoy the crap out of me. And then now they have like this other weird kind of, I don't even know how to describe it, but when you watch a guy, there's a guy that made it, you know, he's making a name for himself and he's got a bunch of subscribers. And then you start tuning in to all these other channels, and they all sound the same. It's the same stuff. And I kind of feel like I'm out there by myself sometimes because I'm 45 years old and I'm doing RC videos, which there's other guys my age doing RC videos. And then the cars, though, not so much. There's a few guys that are older, but not too many. It seems like it's mostly younger guys in their 20s and stuff doing it. So I sometimes feel like, kind of like I'm the old guy doing this stuff, you know. And as far as the cars, and the RC. I mean, I've been doing the RC since I was a young kid, and I've been into the cars since I was a young kid. And like, for instance, my 2001 Mustang Bullet and our new Edges, a lot of young guys are buying them now and driving them. And then sometimes I think to myself, am I like too old to be driving this car around, driving this Mustang? And I'm thinking, wait a minute, the Mustang is from my era when I was just getting married and starting out. and too broke to be able to afford a car, because all my priorities were set towards raising my kids and doing what I needed to do for the household and working my job. And I had to buy a house and I had to buy vehicles to put the babies in, and I didn't have money to buy a car. And those were the cars for my time when I was a young guy, 25, 26 years old, 24, and these cars were coming out new and I'm drooling over them, but I can't afford them. So it is mine, and it's for everyone. I mean, anybody can drive a hot car, whether you're old, you're young, you're female, you're male, it doesn't matter. So, you know, I have a tendency to do this. I'm getting off on a tangent. I'm really getting away from it. But when I do my videos, like I say, I don't really edit. It's live. This is what you get when I'm talking. If you notice, I never really chop or cut anything. It's pretty much always fluent, and it just rolls. And if I make a mistake, I make a mistake. There really is no mistakes because I'm not reading off a script. It's just from the heart. So anyway, getting back to Frank Buck and his nephews. So they thank me, they receive it, they thank me, they say they're having a great time with it. I'm thrilled because I was able to do a giveaway and give somebody something that New Bright was cool enough to give to us. To do a giveaway was awesome. And, you know, the excitement in it is for me is to give that to someone and have them enjoy it. That's all the thanks in the world I need. That's it. And getting back to what I was saying about starting the channel, originally started it to do something with my boys, have fun. I thought maybe I can offer a little something, some knowledge or whatever. And since I had a lot of experience with RC, and when we got into it, we started really having fun. And then the other thing I thought was that maybe we can help people out along the line. Maybe it be, you know, somebody's struggling with a build, or they don't know about RC, or they don't know about gearing, or what a transmitter, what kind should I buy, this kind of thing. And over the past, 4 years, we started in 2014. I've always tried to answer all my comments, and I know there's a few I miss just because I miss them because I'm not notified on them or whatever, because every once in a while I'll stumble across a comment I missed. But I always try to go and answer all my questions. Or comments, questions, whatever. And I take it seriously. I know when I go on somebody's video and I comment and I never get a response, it probably shouldn't bother me, but I actually take it kind of personally. I think that, if you're out there putting yourself out there and you can take enough time to film a video and put a video up and say, hey, look at me, watch my video, you should at least have the decency to answer somebody back in a comment, or even if it's a thumbs up, or hey, dude, yeah, I know, I got your message, I know what you're saying. That's important to me. And I guess I sometimes, the channel's doing well for a small RC car-related channel like we're doing. We're at like 3,240 subs at the time of this video, which I remember looking back, it took me 14 months or so to make my first 100 subs. And it's been a slow and steady build up from there. And I remember looking at guys at the time that had, 800 subs, 1,000 subs, and thinking, man, these guys got 1,000 subs. That is incredible, man. These guys are big time. How did they do that, man? That's just crazy. It just took so long to get to 100. How did these people, and it gets exciting when you see people signing up and, you see your numbers growing. It gets very exciting because I guess it's a reassurance that what you're putting out there, not everybody's going to get it, but some people are getting it. Some people are appreciating it when they sub and they hit that button and saying, hey, dude, we don't have to watch every one of your videos, but we get what you're doing. We appreciate what you're doing. And sometimes I forget just how big that number is, 3,240. That's a lot of people that have took the time to hit that arrow, the YouTube arrow button, subscribe, and come aboard. And sometimes when I'm doing these videos, in my mind I think like I'm just talking to myself, or maybe there's a few people watching, and some of the videos do good in the thousands, other ones are around 100, 150 or whatever, 200 views. But even at 150 or 200 views, that means that 200 people, 150, took the time to click on my video, whether they watched it for 2 minutes or the whole video. And some of my videos are so long and I do so much talking that I know it's easy for people to tune out. I get it. A lot of people are just, hey, show me what I want to see. If it's a build video, if it's a repair, I want to see the repair. I don't want to hear nothing else. Get me to the repair. They want to watch it for a minute 40 and then tune out and never see me again. And that's fine too. Because we're still offering a service for them. And I guess sometimes I take for granted. I don't know if I take for granted. I guess I wouldn't say that. I just don't realize how big it is till a day like today happens. And Frank Buck, the guy that won the dash cam Jeep, I want to give him a shout out, and his nephews, because, you know, at the age of 45, it takes a lot to get me, like, just to throw me off balance, I would say. You know, it's happened a few times before. My buddy Josh, Midlife RC, he hit me, you know, a few years back with sending me some stuff out of the blue. My buddy Sean B has sent me some amazing stuff. You know, and Sean B, I have like an ongoing package that I've been putting together for him for about a year, and I'm just gonna I got this huge bundle of stuff from him, and I'm gonna kind of, you know, we're both car enthusiasts. He has a Mustang and that, and I have this stuff that I gave him. We do this, you know, like Midlife RC. I built the stretch box for him, and he's done numerous things for me as well, and it's cool. But it doesn't happen all the time, and I don't expect that to happen. You know, people live their lives and they do their thing, and, you know, money's hard to come by. People work hard for money. And getting on to today's video, the Dancing Rider Tamiya. This was a gift that was given to me. Frank contacted me via email and said he wanted to send me something. He misses the build videos. He wanted to send me something, and I honestly had no idea. I told him in the email, absolutely not. The dash cam, it's a giveaway. You know, you want it fair and square. You've thanked me. I don't want anything. You know, and then, you know, we went back and forth a couple times, and he's like, we really enjoy the videos. My nephews and I, we really miss the build videos. You know, we really want to send you something. I'm like, it is not necessary, but if you want to send me something, you know, I appreciate it, but it's not necessary. Now, did I think it was something like this? Absolutely not. I had no idea what he wanted to send me. I had no idea. Anything is cool. If it would have been a little card, you know, with a picture of the dash cam and saying that, you know, hey, thumbs up, we loved it. I mean, more than enough. Not even necessary. A simple thanks is more than necessary, or more than good. So I get home today. He tells me this thing's coming. He didn't tell me this was coming. He just said a package was coming. And I unbox this thing, and I'm just flabbergasted, because this thing, I was looking at this a while back, and I had mentioned that it was really cool. I watch videos, Mateo's RC movies. That guy makes just phenomenal Tamiya videos. That's where I saw this first on his channel. And I thought, man, is that cool. It's got the Willie character in there. It pivots on 3 wheels, like kind of like these modern cycles you see out. It's something that it's never been done. It's a completely unique style and design. So I was like, this thing is cool. I said, you know, and I'm so consumed with my car. Just, you know, I only have a certain amount of budget money for stuff. I've mentioned this before. I don't have endless bushel baskets of cash, so I take a certain amount of money that goes towards my hobby and interest. And right now, it is consumed with my car, trying to get my car all up to snuff and finish it up. I got it running. It's running good, but I have a little list of repairs and small things I want to do, and I'm knocking that out. So at some point, although I've been away from the builds, and it's actually been about a year since I have done, and I'll show you the last build that I actually did, Tamiya build. And the last Tamiya build that I did was one that I'm pretty proud of, because I've just love the way it turned out, was my custom Tamiya Grasshopper, which a lot of you have seen this. This was my last custom Tamiya build, and I actually never completely finished it because I have LEDs that I painted and stuff that I was going to install, and I just never got back to it. I've driven it a few times, and it's basically been sitting, but this was the last Tamiya build. So we're talking about a year ago, or better maybe. So it's about time to get back into the build, and I didn't know when that would happen. Maybe it would happen during the summer, maybe in the spring, maybe, you know, in the fall. I don't know. But Tamiya is my love. Tamiya is what I love to build. They're my favorite out of all the RCs I have. Even, you know, my Bashers, Tamiya, I just love. It's what I grew up with when I was a kid. It's the first hobby grade RC I ever had. Building my Hornet, I have endless memories with going to the hobby shop with my dad as a young boy. This is where my love is. So I open this box and I see this, and again, I'm just blown away because, okay, this is an expensive kit here. This is a $100 kit. $100 is a lot of money. You know, people work hard for this stuff, and for me, I have a hard time with this because, one, I have a hard time like with help. I don't like asking people for help because I feel like I'm putting people out and stuff. Even on my bullet, I ask very few questions, and I always feel like I'm bugging people. But on the other flip side of it, when people ask me questions, or I don't mind at all taking the time. In fact, I like it. I like helping people in that respect. You know, they ask me a question, or can you help me this, or show me this, or whatever, walk me through it. I have no problems doing that whatsoever. So I don't really know why I'm that way. The other thing I have a hard time with is accepting things like this. This is a tough one for me because in my mind, I'm making videos. Yeah, you know, I love when people watch the videos, they comment, but in my mind, I don't deserve this right here. I don't deserve someone that won a giveaway, a legitimate giveaway, to give me something this cool. I don't. I really don't. In my mind, I don't feel I deserve it, and then I almost, it's so awesome, and then I almost feel a little bit bad about it too because I'm like, you know, I really don't deserve it. But I guess I have to look at it from another side of it, and I guess I really don't realize how my videos, I guess, can affect people or influence people or help people out. And I guess I have to take that into consideration because obviously if somebody is going to take the time to not only think of sending me this, but put out their hard-earned cash, pay for shipping, send it to my house, that has to have an effect, you know, bigger than I can even imagine, I guess. So I want to thank Frank and his nephews again for just a truly, truly awesome thing. When I saw this, I got so excited because I thought, man, this is going to be such a cool build. And it's like, again, you know, it probably should be left kind of basic, but I know how I am when I get into builds. And when I get into this thing, I'm going to want to do some cool coloring on it and maybe mod it a little bit. I mean, I don't see any reason to really mod this thing out at this point. I mean, we could put some nice detail on the Willie character, do a nice paint job on it, put the decals. I like the decals. I want to leave the decals how they are. This will give me an opportunity to, one, use my iconic ET4 and add this into the programming, which I might do, which I'll probably do because I love that radio. I'll probably buy a receiver and hook up the iconic ET4. I'll pick up a speed controller for it. I already have batteries. I already have chargers, so that won't be a problem. This might be a special battery for this because it's smaller. So whatever it requires, I'll pick it up, which is, you know, Frank said, oh, well, you're not off the hook. You know, I bought you the kit, but you got to buy other stuff. Really, dude? Don't even mention it, man. I mean, you gave me the kit. That is awesome. You know, I'm going to get the other stuff. It'll be all part of the build series. So I'm going to do an unboxing video and a build series of a Tamiya vehicle, which I have not done in about a year or more. And it is the Dancing Rider, the T301 chassis. It's been out about a year or so, but this thing is like always sold out. I've looked at it over the past few months. Frank said he's been struggling to try to get them. Tower doesn't have them. Nobody has them. It's just such a cool and unique design that I feel they are producing them and they are selling out as fast as they can make them. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to break away. I'm going to cut the cellophane off of this thing, and we're going to get the top off, and we're going to get some of that good Tamiya smell that we haven't done in a long time. The rubber and plastic Tamiya smell. The unbeatable Tamiya smell that I have not smelled in a while. Alright, YouTubers. The Dancing Rider kit from Tamiya. We're going to lift the box. And I have to get down there so I can get the whiff of that before it escapes. Because it is the best smell in the world. Come on, come on. Oh. And it's such a weird thing, and like people that don't know will be like, why are you sniffing the box? And the reason that I'm sniffing the box, and I've talked about this before, is the Tamiya smell should be a trademark smell that you put in a bottle, like a cologne bottle. And what happens is when I smell that, for one instant, when I smell that and I initially get that whiff of that Tamiya smell, I am transported back to a time when life was simpler and I was a young lad, about 11 years old or 10 years old. I don't even know how old I was, come to think of it. Yeah, 10, 12 years old, 11 years old, I don't know. And when I first unboxed my Hornet, and I remember seeing all the parts and smelling that smell and being like, oh man, you know, and it's never left me. I can open this box, and although it's a new kit, 2017 I believe it was released, it is like transporting me back to when I was a young kid. So first off, we got a bag of plastic parts here. It looks like chassis parts. And this is like unlike any Tamiya that I've ever built. So Frank told me that he had another one that they ordered so he could build with his nephews, and he was hoping that I'd do a build video, and they would build along with mine. So the least I could do, Frank, is do a build video, buddy, and that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm mentioning you guys now. I'm unboxing it now. I want everyone to know how appreciative I am for you sending me this and your nephews, and I will absolutely do a old school style Tamiya build. 2RC Productions is back. We're going to do a Tamiya build on the Dancing Rider, and this looks like chassis parts, although this, like I said, this is unlike any kit I've built because it's new. I will call the parts out as I see them. And there's Willie. I love the fact that they got this new style unit and they keep true to their roots, and they pull the Willie character off the shelf, and he's just awesome. He's awesome. You could do so much detailing with him. Got a steering wheel, his helmet. We got the rims here, and then screw bag parts, A, B, C. I'm guessing that this is not going to be that difficult of a kit to build. I'm guessing. It just servo savers. I mean, there's not that many parts, it doesn't look like. Now this is interesting because this can motor here is smaller than a 380. So it might be like a 370 or something, but that's something that's unique. And I've seen video of this thing, and it scoots around pretty good. Like I said, it scoots around really good for such a small motor. So the other thing with a small motor, and I'm not sure about the battery size in that, I got to look into that, but we should get pretty good decent run times out of it. There's some other parts here, maybe some steering front end parts. I'm not really sure what these parts are, and I'm not going to tell you. I pretend to know what they are because I don't. Now this one I know is the gearbox halves, some more chassis parts. Hopefully you guys can see all that. So that's cool. Over here we got the poly body. It's neat, man. Got the poly body of the Dancing Rider, which not going to be able to help myself. I'm going to have to detail this thing up pretty cool. I mean, I'm just not one for leaving stuff stock. I always say I'm going to leave it the way it is, and I always end up detailing it. I don't think I'm going to go way over the top. I believe there is a place to put LEDs on it. If there's not a place to put LEDs, I'm going to wire LEDs on it for sure. So that's the body. And here's the cool little tires. You got the 3 tires, the wider ones in the back and the center one in the front. I'm going to open these up because I want to see how the compound is. Oh, there it is. The Tamiya rubber. Very, very cool. That's a neat little tire. So, nice rubber, soft rubber compound. Oh, that smells good. So that's that. And then we got our decal sheets, which is pretty cool. Dancing Rider, it's got the headlight assembly, striping, all the stripes, Tamiya. We got our, what do we got here? Oh, this is the one, the danger one. Don't operate under power lines. Don't play in the rain and then come in and stick your finger in a light socket, all that stuff, all that good stuff. And then we got the Dancing Rider triple wheel instruction manual. Here it is. Here's the good old, oh wait, no, I take that back. Here's the big one. What is this? What is this exactly? Oh, the body can be used with the T301 chassis. Oh, they're showing you how to do the body. That's odd. The body parts and the Willie are all separate. It's all separate, so it's like a separate instruction book. So you could actually, which sometimes I do, is I do it in reverse. I do my bodies first. Okay, we got the triple wheel T301 chassis triple wheel Tamiya. And this thing is going to be awesome. For those of you who have not seen this, basically the body like tips back and forth, and I'm not really sure if it's like a gyro in there or what. I'm not sure how that works, but basically that's how it turns. So it's leaning like almost like a crotch rocket style bike, but it's a three-wheeler, so that's how it turns. It's going to be very interesting, and that's why it caught my eye. It was just so unique and different, and this is going to be just an awesome addition to our Tamiya collection. It's going to be very cool. It's going to fit in nice. Typical Tamiya instruction manual. Very easy to read. Very easy to read, like always. Shows you all your screw sizes, all your parts. Gives you views of everything. You can match the screws up their actual size, so there's no issues when trying to put it together and I don't know what screw it is. All their stuff is there. You match it up. They give little exploded views on the side with details and so on. And I want to go through and just see how many steps are actually on this vehicle. 30 steps, 31, 32. Wow. There's actually a lot of steps. There's a little bit more than I thought. I thought because it's a three-wheel machine, it's smaller, that there'd be less parts, but it actually looks like quite a bit of parts. So that's that. You got that there. You got the old antenna tube, which I think it's hilarious that they still always put these antenna tubes in the Tamiya vehicles. You only needed these with the 27 megahertz vehicles. The new 2.4 radios do not require this, but I think it's cool that they still put them in there. Kind of like letting their fans know and their followers know that, hey, we haven't forgot. We haven't forgot where we come from. We're still going to put the old antenna tube in there. So that's cool. And that is the contents for the Tamiya Dancing Rider, man. This is just sweet. And one way to get back into the build, man, is have somebody send you an awesome kit to build. And again, this is not like, it's not, I mean, any gift is awesome, but this is even more special because I was planning on getting this one anyway. This was one on my list. I got a bunch on my list, and I always, I want to get the Super Brad still and the Wild Willie and all this stuff, but I'm like, there's a whole bunch of them I want to get from when I was a kid. But I look at this and I'm like, this thing is awesome. This has got to jump to the top of the heap. And now it's here in the 2RC production studio, and we're going to be doing a full build series, purchasing parts. I don't know if it's going to be all consecutive, if I'm going to do it right away. I don't want to rush it. I never rush anything. I usually take my time and do a little bit when I can, and the end result is we'll have a cool little unit here. Hopefully it'll be something remembered on the channel and people will tune in to check it out. But once again, thanks to Frank and his nephews for sending me and the 2RC Productions studio the Dancing Rider kit from Tamiya. Alright, YouTubers, I appreciate all the support, the people standing by that maybe don't watch car videos but still stand by us and stay subbed. We will be doing car videos and we will be doing RC videos. Like I said, that's where the channel is going, that's where the channel's staying. It just depends on what I'm into at that time, what I'm doing at the time. If I have a project like this, or I'm working on the car, or we're going to a car show, event, whatever. So till next time, Rich from 2RC Productions, signing out. Thanks a lot for watching, guys.